Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming Unscripted. This is Rob, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Super Hexagon. Now this is an indie game. It's a puzzle, rhythm sort of game. It's really hard to describe. All in all, it's not for people that get motion sick super easy or suffer from things like vertigo, and certainly not for everybody. But it is for people who like a challenge, and I absolutely love it. This game challenges your reflexes, and it's one of those kinds of games where you can just sink a few minutes into it here and there and just zone out and enjoy it for what it is, and that is a game. I don't really know how to describe it. It's almost like a game from a generation past, like the old Atari games of the early 80s, where you play the game to escape reality. It's not meant to be realistic, it's not meant to tell you a story, and for those few minutes that you're playing it, you're so absorbed into what it is that you're just not focusing on anything else. And in a way, I think that it epitomizes what makes a video game a video game. It's super hard to describe because you almost have to play it to understand. And of course, not everybody's gonna like it. I have a handful of friends that can't stomach watching it, let alone playing it. And from an overall content perspective, there's almost nothing to it other than a really banging soundtrack.
Game over.
I love this game though, and I have it on my phone, I have it on computer here, which is what you're seeing. I have it on my PlayStation Vita, I believe, and I've seen it go for as cheap as $1 on Steam. I can't remember how much I paid for the phone version, no more than a couple of bucks. You know, so if you are into this kind of thing and you got a couple of bucks lying around, it's totally worth a second look. I would highly, highly recommend it. The objective of each difficulty stage, in this case the hard difficulty, there is no easy, is to last for 60 seconds. My best record is 65 seconds, because after the 60-second mark, it like doubles or triples the difficulty. Once you beat it at the 60-second mark, then you unlock a harder version of the same difficulty that you can start at whenever you like. So I actually have a more difficult version of hard mode that I could start, and it's like starting at the 60-second mark in this mode. Each mode has slightly different patterns and a different techno, electronic, kind of chiptune soundtrack.
Game over. Again.
And, you know, I'm not perfect at this game, but to me, it's not about winning. I guess there is a high score if you count, you know, how long you can last, but I'm not in it for that. I'm in it because it's a way for me to escape, and I find it a great tool for just losing myself for a few minutes and not having to think about anything else. It's hard to talk about. It's almost like playing a music visualization, like playing it like a game.
Pentagon.
It'd be really cool if you could incorporate your own music into this, but you can't.
Game over.
So that's a shame. We'll take a look at some of the other difficulties too here.
Game over. Again.
None of which I'm very good at. I think I've gotten about halfway through this one in the past. Almost beaten it. The way the screen poses in this one, you know, it tricks my eyes a little bit, and I tend to lose my little cursor there.
Game over. Begin. Game over.
You can play this game with a keyboard. You can play it with a mouse. You can play it with a gamepad. I don't have my gamepad hooked up right now, which is probably why I'm doing a little worse than normal. I do prefer to play it with a gamepad.
Game over.
The touch screen on the phone is really good for it too, because the left side of the screen moves your left and the right side of the screen moves your right, which allows you to have a much faster reaction speed, because you just have to touch the screen. I find that the left and right mouse buttons do it good too.
Game over.
When I play with the gamepad, I use the shoulder buttons. They work great.
Game over.
I'm not very good at using the keyboard keys
Game over.
for it.
Begin. Game
When I try to
over.
play the higher difficulties, as you can see, I die a lot.
Game over. Begin. 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 Game over.
So yeah, that's Super Hexagon. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a little bit hard to describe, and it's much better played than talked about, I think. In this case, it's a game that I really like, and I could sit down and play it for an hour and just waste an hour and not think about anything else. And there's very few games I play, and very few games that I feel present that kind of situation. So I hope you liked the video. I know it's a bit of a short one. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you have any suggestions or constructive criticisms, I'd like to hear them. Until next time, remember, give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to know when we live stream or when we release new content. And remember, don't touch that pixel.